What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Seth the Lawn Surgeon. As you can see, I'm recording on my phone because I forgot my camera at home. I didn't think I was gonna make a video today, but I decided to make a video. As you can see, it's raining. And so this is a subject that's been sensitive to a lot of people for the last couple of weeks. What to do when it's raining, you know? Should you go out and cut in the rain, skip your days, stack up your days? So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna show y'all how to cut in the rain. It's kind of funny. My customer messaged me and said, hey, you know, it's starting to rain over by my house and it's coming down pretty good. You might want to skip my yard and come back another day. And I told him, I said, it's okay, I got a hoodie. Alright people, I'm trying to do this as best as I can with a phone. It's like old school back in the day when I used to first started. But as you can see, it's been raining. You see the water draining, streets wet, grass is wet. This is the yard I'm gonna be cutting. There's a couple things I gotta do differently to cut it when it's wet, and I'm gonna get to that. But the main question is, how do you mow in the rain? So y'all gotta listen to these steps very carefully, right? First thing you gotta do is you gotta make sure your seat's dry. As you can see, my seat's pretty dry. I dried it on the last yard I just cut. Mower's dirty, it's wet out here or whatever. Make sure you don't got a lot of clumpage under your deck. That'll make it harder to cut. And then this is the most important step right here. If y'all miss this step, this will make this job a lot harder. What you do is you sit on the mower, you grab the key, you turn it on, and you just start cutting grass. But I know you're like, Seth, it's not that simple. It's wet. When it's wet, the grass clumps up. It leaves a bad result. But first and most important thing, you got to make sure you got sharp blades. I literally don't have sharp blades today. So that's not even an excuse, because I have a commercial mower, and you could get away with a lot of things with commercial mowers. But for those who have residential mowers, like even if you got a residential zero turn or a tractor, if you have sharp blades and you go real slow, you can get it done. You got to find a sweet spot. The sweet spot, see, a lot of people get stuck on numbers, and what I mean by that is, oh, you're supposed to cut this type of grass at 4 inches, you're supposed to cut this type of grass at 3.5. Now, I'm not saying scalp it, but when you find that sweet spot, you kind of lower it a little, just to find that sweet spot of that yard to make it look nice and smooth. And with wet grass, in particular, you probably got to raise it up. Wherever that sweet spot is, you got to raise it up maybe a ½ inch or so. And that way, you can get it cut. And so another thing is, you have to go very slow. Don't mess with hills, especially with a zero turn, you know. And, oh yeah, turning. Don't try not to, if you got a zero turn, try not to zero turn. I usually turn like this. If you got to go in circles or make a 3-point turn, I hate 3-point turns. I need to talk about that. But when it's wet, I do it, because you'll rip some yards up just making a regular zero turn. But that's it. Like I said, it's just as simple as getting on your lawnmower, turning it on, and mowing. It's just that simple. And to show y'all I'm not lying, I'm going to cut this yard. Like I said, stopped raining probably 10 minutes or so ago, so grass is still wet. I'm gonna give y'all a little look-see to see how wet the grass is, and then we're gonna get this bad boy cut. Yes, sir. All right, here's what we are looking at. As you can see, I got some stripes in there because I've been cutting this yard. Let's see how wet this bad boy is. I don't know how I can show you how wet it is, but it's wet. I don't know where this goes to, but yeah, it's wet. So I'm gonna cut it. All right, people, and voila. There you go. All right, people, and that is how you cut wet grass. Nothing to it but to do it. You just gotta get out there. The same way when you first started mowing grass commercially, you didn't know how to do that. The way you gained experience and the way you learned how to do it was you just got out there and did it. So the only way for you to gain experience and learn how to cut wet grass is get out there and do it. The more you do it, the more practice you have, the better you get. Now, I'm not saying get out there and jack somebody's yard up, because Seth said, oh, I'm just practicing. I'm sorry about all this grass everywhere. I was just practicing. No, that's not what I'm saying. But do it within your means. So, hope to help some people. Hope this video was entertaining. Hope it actually turns out well since it's on my phone. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. Yes, sir.